the Master of Arts in Teaching, the MAED, and then the standalone certification of the options that we have online. Someone who is an interpreter, someone who's a parent of a child who's deaf or hard of hearing and has some other kind of profession, right? Someone who's not been in the field but just has always had a desire can make a change then and then become a teacher of the deaf. It's a low incidence population, which means it's not a high incidence disability in terms of how many people that you're going to run into on a given day that have a hearing loss, right, or deaf or hard of hearing. So I just think it's a lot of misunderstanding, miscommunication. But I think there's a lot of people that are willing to help change that, and people that are receptive. It's just that they don't know. I think one of the things I like the best about the courses I've been able to develop is that I don't just take a textbook and say, here's the textbook, let's read through it, and then you'll be done. We look for supplemental sources. So we have a foundation in a textbook, right? So you have some chapters that you'll read, but it's much more about experiencing and collaborating and applying your learning. We're always asking the students to share, right? To become involved and to communicate and collaborate with one another. And then we have, naturally discussion board kinds of topics, like, what do you think about this? And the students who are deaf themselves have a great perspective. They've lived through this experience of being maybe the only deaf person in their classroom, or knowing how difficult it is to access information in a noisy classroom or something like that, right? And so they really bring another element and a dynamic to the class that all of the other students really appreciate and benefit from.